Madison's spring break adventure. Madison slowly wakes up to the sound of her alarm, and then it hits her, the dread of going back to school. All she can think about is how much fun she had on vacation and how boring school can be. There's nothing fun about learning, Madison thought. As Madison enters the class, she hears Miss Taylor saying, "Good morning, class. Welcome back. I hope you all enjoyed your spring break. I'm excited to hear about everyone's vacation, and that's why I've planned a special assignment for this week." Madison sighs as Miss Taylor continues. "This week, everyone will be writing a story about your spring break experience. To make things interesting, you will select new vocabulary words and incorporate them into your story. At the end of the week, we will compile our new vocabulary words and take a quiz on them. Try to paint a picture for your audience by using adjectives. Remember, an adjective typically serves as a modifier of a noun to denote a quality of the thing named, to indicate its quantity or extent, or to specify a thing as distinct from something else." After a long day of school, Madison sulked all the way home. She did not want to write a story and definitely didn't care about using adjectives. This is so boring, Madison thought. Madison was not very happy she had to go first, but she decided the story had to be written. This way she would make her parents proud by getting good grades. At least she could reflect on the wonderful vacation she had. The next day, as the class settled, Madison was a little nervous as she stood before her peers, but was excited about sharing her vacation experience. Madison began. "This was the best spring break ever. I went on a trip with my family to Paris, France. My parents told me that we were taking a trip abroad and we were going on an international flight. I wasn't sure what that meant, so my dad told me that abroad means beyond the boundaries of one's country. When we arrived in Paris, all I could think about was how extraordinary and unbelievable the city was compared to our small town of Chiefland, Florida. This city was extraordinary because it was exceptional to a very marked extent. We saw many attractions in Paris. We went to the Eiffel Tower and Notre Dame. I searched for the Phantom at the Paris Opera House and became dizzy watching all the cars go around the Arc de Triomphe. I also saw the famous Mona Lisa. All of these places were really fun to visit, but it was hard to get there sometimes. My mom said, it is easy to misconstrue the directions if you do not speak French or are familiar with the accent. In case you didn't know either, misconstrue means we interpreted something wrongly or badly. Another fun part of my vacation was all the food I tried. My dad tried to convince me to eat escargot, but I protested because it looks disgusting. Even though I was in France, I still ate many things we are used to eating, like pizza, French fries, and McDonald's. A new favorite treat of mine were the chocolate and banana crepes. They were delicious. I had such a great time in Paris. I hope you enjoyed my story, and maybe one day you can go there too. I'm very excited to hear about everyone else's vacation too." After school that day, Madison felt great. She replayed Miss Taylor's comments in her head. "Madison, what a great job! This was such a great story, class." Madison used many adjectives, and many of her vocabulary words had prefixes. We were really able to paint a picture of Madison's vacation. Way to go. Madison had forgotten that a prefix was an affix attached to the beginning of a word, base, or phrase in serving to produce a derivative word, and that they could be used to improve her vocabulary and her comprehension. Madison was really happy. She decided to be responsible, and there were good consequences to follow. Most importantly, Madison realized that on her vacation she had learned a lot of new words. So learning really was not so boring after all.